Hey guys, it's Lucky Ghost here, and today we're going to go over the new Antiquity system being added to Elder Scrolls Online with the Greymoor expansion. After you've joined the Antiquities Guild, in order to learn how to do that, be sure to check out our guide at justlootit.com, link in the description below. But once you've joined the guild, here's what you're going to do. You're going to press J to open up your journal, right? It'll probably put you right here. You click this tab, the Antiquities tab, and it's going to show your leads. Click on a lead, and it's going to bring up a scry puzzle. To scry, you've got 4 abilities to use. Just a normal scry, which will take all like symbols that you hover over. So see, we've got this little symbol here, and this one, because they're touching and they're the same symbol. If I hover over this, it's going to take this, and that's a blank one, so it'll grab that as well. Next, we've got Coalescence, which if I hover over a symbol, it will turn every symbol within the highlighted area to that symbol, which means when I click on any one of those, I'll get all of them because, like I said before, when you click on one with the scry, it claims it and all touching symbols of the same type. So there's this. So I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate this one here. Now, when we take this one, we're going to get that. And then when we click this, we get this huge area, which is a significant amount of progress. Now, watch this bar. When I click, we have a limited number of turns in here. So it's important to be efficient and to employ a little bit of strategy using these tools that I'll go over a little more over the turns to come. Okay, so boom, we grab that. Now we've got 2 out of 6, right? There's 6 of them here. We've got 2 of them. For each symbol we fail to get, there's going to be an additional site somewhere on the map that we have to check to look for our treasure. So rather than narrowing it down to 1, if we fail to get this one, it's going to narrow it down to 2 places that the treasure could be. And if we fail this one also, 3 total places, and so on. Okay, so we've got 2 of them so far. Here's another ability we can use, Dilation. And what this does is, if we hover over a symbol, it's going to grab every symbol like that symbol that's touching the area we've already claimed. So we hover over this, it's going to grab those. So what you're going to do is you're just going to like kind of look around. Oh, this is actually, you know, not bad, but it's not great, right? I'm only getting these 3 that are actually very useful. This 2 is kind of negligible. It's barely moving me in the right direction. So all in all, not the most useful thing to grab. This one, you know, it gets me a little closer, but I mean, what we could also do is use Farsight. What Farsight does is it connects a chain of them stretching outward from the place that you click. So we'll click here first. And then, look, we can choose to go this way. We can choose to go this way. We could go to this way, you know, but no real point in going that way. So in the interest of, you know, trying things out, we're just going to go this way. So we can use that one. And boom, now we've got the bottom 3 connected. We're on, you know, we're doing pretty well. We've got a lot of moves left, so I'll go ahead and I'm just going to grab this one and this one. 2 moves to grab it. It's not too bad. Now we're down to 2. We've got options. Do we want to use this? So we'll look around, see, do we get any real major momentum out of it? Not really. You know, it's not getting me anything I could really not get from something maybe a little more powerful. So maybe something like this would be more useful. Look at all of that territory I'm going to get. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'll go like this, which gives me all of this territory here. Pretty huge gains and a nice step towards the last one up here. So I'm going to click this. Now we've got this one as well. All right, one more to go. We could, I mean, we have the moves. I could just click, click, and get it. But hey, let's do something a little more interesting. Let's use this ability here. Click. There we go. And we have the last one. Now it's going to fill all of these checkboxes in, indicating we got all of them. And it's going to place 1 place on the map because we narrowed it down to 1 location. Perfect. Easy enough. So what we're going to do next is travel to this location and excavate. So the thing to note about the Scrying game that we just played, it's not really something you have to stress about. For each, this is a different one, ignore this one. For each each hexagon you fail to connect, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to lose your loot. You're simply going to have to run to a new location, possibly, and check it and find out the treasure wasn't there after all before ending up at the final destination. You could get lucky too, and you might search that location and it be the right one on the first try. And if that happens, all of the fake locations will disappear instantly. So, you know, it's not something you really need to stress over. It's just a little bit of added time. If you fail the scry, you're not going to lose anything. All right, so here we go. We're inside of this area. And so once we get here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Antiquarian's Eye, which I've hot slotted. Okay, to hot slot it, just go to Q, click on Tools, drag your Antiquarian's Eye. Okay, easy enough. So we use it, and it puts an orb. Now, that indicates the direction of the treasure. So what I'm quite literally going to do is I'm just going to take my hand off the mouse and walk that way. And there it is. Okay. So we get to this and we excavate. All right, now, excavating has 4 tools that we can use. First, we're always going to start with the auger. The auger is a hot and cold or a metal detector, however you want to look at it. So we click. Red means we're far away. Orange means we're closer. Yellow, closer still. Green, you're right on top of it. Okay, so we found the treasure. It's here, but we don't know how many of these squares or which squares it's going to be under, so let's check nearby so we know exactly what we need to dig up. Oops. Okay, so here's the treasure. Easy enough, right? So the favorite strategy of mine is to use the hand brush and the shovel as much as possible. But in order to efficiently use the shovel, the terrain needs to be even leveled. Okay, and this meter right here charges up each time you use the hand brush. Using the shovel drains it. Okay, so we're going to charge it up by leveling out this terrain. See, this one right here, that's just dirt. These are small rocks. I just cleared the big rocks. So there's a few more. There we go. Now it's all dirt, right? The sediment, the little tiny rocks, but we'll call that the dirt. These are the small rocks. These are the big rocks. So we're going to use this now. And it takes a whole layer of dirt and rocks with it. Now we need to, oh, it didn't use a charge. There's a passive that you can unlock that gives you a chance to use the shovel without draining the meter. And we just successfully broke that. So we get to use it again for free. Excellent. There we go. We just uncovered our treasure and, conveniently, a bonus treasure as well. There's 3 bonus treasures. We've just found one. Now, we could be done. We could leave. We got what we came here for. The major item was this item here, the King's Belt Plate. It's at 4 HP. It's full. See this smoking thing here? If we dig there with anything other than the trowel, we have a chance to cause a collapse that will damage this. Do that enough times and you can destroy it. So be very careful when you see smoke radiating. You can disarm it with the trowel. The trowel used the same way as the shovel, except for the trowel only does 1 square, but it digs deep. Okay. So what we're going to do is the same thing, because this works really well for me. I'm going to clear an area, get it all the same, and I'm going to use this again. And that time it drained it, so we didn't proc that passive. Too bad. But we'll start rubbing the next area that we're going to take the shovel. By the way, the auger does not work on bonus loot. Once you have found the primary antiquity that you came here for, it no longer, you could use it. I don't even know, will it let you use it? No, it doesn't even let you use it because it doesn't work on the bonus loot. Okay. So I'm going to even out this terrain, get it ready for another shoveling. Now, I could be doing this a little bit more efficiently, but, you know, I'm trying to get through this guide for you in as quick a fashion as possible. Sit here. All right, no luck there. And this is really what we're going to do. The whole point of this game is to find this. This is the major item. You know, this could be a furnishing. It could be a cosmetic like a skin or tattoo. It could be a mount, or rather a piece of a mount. There's pieces of the mount hidden out in the world, and you have to uncover them. And you collect all of them, you combine them, and you have a Dwemer mount. Now, what I should do is demonstrate, I guess, the disarming of this danger point here. You can see as it's indicated by the smoking, so we'll use that. And now it is safe to dig in this area. I'm not going to blow up and potentially damage my loot that I came here for. By the way, even though I uncovered it, it's still there. It's going to remain there, so you can destroy it after you found it, okay? Your character leaves it in there while dealing with all of the smoking places throughout. So we got to keep going. Oh, there we go. I misclicked, but it was unfortunate that I was right over top of the final 2 items regardless. Okay, so like I mentioned, we had 3 bonus loots and the primary one, the Dwemer Crown. So we've got everything we came here for. What's the bonus loot? We're done. And that concludes Scrying and Excavating. It's really very simple. There's a little bit of strategy involved. It gets harder, but you also get passives that then make it easier, so it kind of balances out. As more layers get added, you get more tools and better passives for those tools to do this more efficiently. Now let's quickly go over the passives in case you're interested in them. We've got Excavation. The hand brush removes a single layer, also generates Intuition. Intuition meter is twice the size because of a passive. Indicates, we've got the auger, which indicates how close we are, like a metal detector or hot and cold indicator. And the depth of this is increased with passives. So if the soil is too deep until you get this passive upgrade, the auger will not function in that area. You'll have to pick a shallower area or shallow it up so you get closer to your item you're looking for. The trowel removes a deep but narrow portion of soil, 1 square. Okay, use the trowel to safely detonate fissures, which was those smoking areas. Keen eye. Antiquity sites will be easier to see when you're within 30 meters. That's why there was that green smoke radiating from the dig site. Excavator's reserves further increases the amount of time you have available when excavating a dig site. So more moves. Heavy shovel removes a full layer of dirt and rocks within a large area. As you saw, it wasn't just taking 1 layer of dirt, it was taking the rocks as well. New effect, heavy shovel has a chance to consume 0 intuition when used, so it's like a free turn. Keen eye. Now this is a neat little passive that you get at the end of this journey. Treasure chests will become easier to see. It's kind of like the... it gives you that same exact green smoke that was radiating from this dig site, but it puts it on a treasure chest. We've got Scry, which was that first ability where it takes the square you click on. This increases the difficulty of the scries you're allowed to attempt. Scryer's Patience grants you 2 additional turns of scrying, bonus turns, always nice. Coalescence, which was the snowflake-shaped one. And when you upgrade it, you get the ability is increased by 1 facet, creating a snowflake-like pattern. So it starts out as a giant like hexagon, and then it adds a couple around the sides to turn it into a snowflake. Grants you 2 additional magicka charges, which allows you to use your coalescence, your dilation, and your farsight a couple more times. Dilation, which was the ability that claimed all like types touching the areas you owned. Farsight, which claim a line of facets stretching out from your area of control. You get to pick the line, and when you upgrade it, it goes from 4 facets to 6 taken. And lastly, Preemptive Power, which basically the starting area, as indicated in the picture here, rather than starting with 1 hexagon, you start with that 1 plus the 3 that are touching it. Okay, so there you go. That's the passives and the potential upgrades to this game that you get to make it easier as it gets more complex. As you saw, I didn't have any gold ones left here to do, I guess. But like if you do a green one, it's a much simpler journey. Both the scrying and the digging are easier to accomplish. And if you do one of these mythic items, it's as hard as it gets. The dirt is as deep as possible with multiple fissures that you have to disarm or avoid. And the scry is, there's more hexagons to connect to get to your desired locations. All right, guys. Well, that concludes it. That's it. That is scrying. That is excavating. That is the Antiquities system in a nutshell. And some strategies that you can employ to make sure you successfully get all of that loot. Remember, you don't have to stress. If you fail the scry, it's just you lose a little bit of time. You're not going to lose the item. And when it comes to digging, it's quite easy to make sure you get the thing you went there for. The only danger is the digging you do thereafter if you blow some things up by hitting those fissures. So just be very careful to disarm the fissures, or you can, leave the excavation site altogether once you've found the item you came for, to make sure you walk away with it. All right, guys, this is Lucky Ghost. I stream ESO 5 days a week at twitch.tv/LuckyGhostTV. Be sure to swing by, say hi, and if you have any questions about Antiquities or anything else, feel free to visit the website in the description below, justlootit.com, or, again, feel free to swing by the Twitch stream. All right, guys, take care, be well, and I'll see you next time.